Hey guys, it's Joe. Bringing you a deck profile of a deck that I'm working on, or I have been working on. It's Counter Fairies. Um, Testing has been pretty good. I'm currently undefeated, just messing around with some friends. But tell me what you think. Standard, triple bountiful Artemis. Really the engine for the deck. You really want to get this out as fast as possible. It's pretty much your win condition, and pluses are always nice with all the traps you run. Double honest, you run a lot of lights, well, a decent amount of lights in a standard counter fairy build. Further protection for Artemis, and I find myself poking and returning it back to my hand, just giving the opponent added pressure knowing I have honest. 1 DD Warrior Lady. This deck struggles to get over really high attack, or I've noticed a lot of high defense monsters. I almost lost today messing around because I ran into a 2000 defender, and if it wasn't for DD Warrior Lady, I would have lost. It's just more of a plan B when something big gets on the field. If your opponent gets out of Stardust, or just really anything that you can't get over with anything else, or if you don't have honest, just drop DD Warrior Lady, attack, remove, -1 threat. I run 2 Mask of Darkness. I set Mask a lot, and a lot of people will mistake it for a DD Warrior Lady. And really right now, it's a dark. You can't go wrong with darks, and you'll see why later in the deck. You can get back pretty much any card, considering this deck is all counter traps. So it's pretty good. And here's a twist that I really like about this deck. Triple Doom Caliber Knight. A lot of people think it clashes with Artemis, but it really can't. Artemis never really activates, or so I'm told. You might want to... Don't quote me on that. So, it's just speculation that I've heard. I haven't gotten around to check the rulings, but we're going from other players who have experience. It really helps getting around all those pesky effect monsters. Raikou really mess this up. Other honest, DD Warrior Lady. You just have to be careful and play around your own cards, but it's pretty good. Triple Dekoichi for draw power. You're probably thinking this deck really doesn't need draw power, but you want to get Artemis out as fast as possible. So Dekoichi's really helped that, and again, I can bluff out my DD Warrior Lady. It's a dark, and you'll see why. Double Chaos Sorcerer. This deck does not run Pot of Avarice, so having that bountiful in the grave is really just food for a sort. Like DD Warrior Lady, you can get over big monsters, and it's pretty good. It gives you that added oomph when you really need it. And that's 16 monsters. Here are the spells. Double Pot of Duality. I find triple Pot of Duality is really not needed. I feel double just gives me that amount of consistency. And since this deck actually does special summon with Sork as just something else that I can do for a win condition, triple might mess me up. If you're running pretty much any deck this format that needs draw power or just digging for your win, you want to run Pot of Duality. Double Sark. Pretty much the same reason you run Pot of Duality. You want to dig for your win condition as early as possible. And it's pretty good. I mean, any card, can't go wrong. Double Book of Moon, just added protection. A lot of people might think you're setting a counter trap, so you can bluff that out. If they play Decree, Decree really messes this deck up. I don't main MST or Trunade, so I might drop a Book of Moon for an MST. You have Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, Smashing Ground. You really need to main these two. Not so much in other decks, but maybe you'll want to get that Artemis, get something else, and then if your opponent's pushing with all their monsters, you Dark Hole. And Smashing Ground, really the same reason as Sork and DD Warrior Lady. They have a big monster you can't get around, you Smashing Ground. It's another threat out of the way. It's 9 spells, and here are the traps. I do main Mirror Force in this. It's another iffy card. I might drop it for MST, but it's been pretty helpful so far. It lets me protect my setups, protect my Bountiful, and Bottomless Trap Hole really just gets rid of the threats that people are bringing. I know I haven't tested against Blackwings, but people might think Blackwings are dead. They're not dead. They're actually a lot better with dualities out, and even with Whirlwind at 1, you need that added protection. For the counter traps, Solemn Judgment, Triple Bribe, Triple Solemn Warning, Double Magic Drain, Double Chivalry, 7 Tools, and Divine Wrath. Now really it's just standard counter traps. You might be thinking, why Chivalry? It's Divine Wrath is far superior. This is pretty much free when I attack into their monster or attack into an open field. If they want to drop Gores, I just show Chivalry, and it's basically free. And if I have Bountiful on the field, I draw a card. So it's nothing really wrong with that. Divine Wrath, I haven't used at all. I've used Chivalry, multiple times. Divine Wrath seems to just be sitting there. Triple Solemn Warning. I was main decking a Meltiel, Sage of the Sky. If some of you don't know, every time a counter trap is activated, I gain 1,000 life points. So I'll have that on the field. I'll Solemn Warning. I pay 1,000 basically, and that was really helpful. But Meltiel, I was drawing Meltiel at times. I wish I would have drawn Artemis, so I decided to take it out. But you figure it has to be a very slow game for you to go triple Solemn Warning and then Solemn Judgment at the same time. You figure I have over 7,000 life points paying with just 4 cards, not counting Solemn Judgment. So you want to play all your counter traps very carefully, pick your plays, and really just 1 for 1, or I shouldn't say 1 for 1. You want to get as much as possible out of it, but make it so your opponent will think twice. It is a permission deck. You want them thinking, well, am I even going to be able to do this? That's it for the traps. I run 16 traps. It's pretty good. I haven't drawn a bad hand, opening hand yet, but only time will really tell me, is this really going to work out? I have tried triple pot of duality, and I just feel it's not inconsistent, but it's not needed. I run double Sark and double duality. I may take a Sark out for the 3rd duality, just in case. But right now, I'm really liking this build. I don't have a side deck yet, but I guarantee you it will have Giant Trunade and at least 1 MST in it, possibly a Consecrated Light, and maybe some anti-meta, Royal Oppression, Fossil Dyna. because I can take out Chaos Sorcerer, and really that engine will be gone for maybe triple Fossil Dyna and shut down special summons. I haven't synchroed yet, considering I don't run a tuner or mind control. It's really unneeded in this deck. You shouldn't have to synchro. And that's pretty much it. Let me know, you guys, what you think about the deck. If you have it built or anything I should change based on what you've seen. Suggestions for side decking. And just overall matchups. I'll put my aim on my channel. So you guys just talk to me on there. Tell me what you think. And we'll see you later. Don't forget, rate and subscribe. See you guys.